Trey Deuce and the Deuce Deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. 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 Hugs from the honeys, pounds from the roughnecks. See my man say that I knew from the projects. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my piece. Short dude, 222s in my shoes. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roman strong, see what the honeys is about. Moet poppin', hope poppin', ain't no stoppin'. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gat? It ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you're scared, just a poster. Nigga, I toast you. Put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before it even starts. Is he drunk off a Henny and skunk? Or some brand new we in shit beating down pump? Bitches in the back looking righteous. In a tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Lost in rotation, my man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and we're smoking, drinking, got the hooker thinking. If money smell bad, then this nigga big and stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, bought a Heineken. Niggas start to low down like kids out, choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out. Can't we just all get along?
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, this is new territory for me. Oh boy. And it's on. It's on, everybody. How you doing? How's it going, everybody? And boom, we're live. Hello. Hello. I don't even know where the camera is at this point. No. We're not doing this again. Ooh. What's that supposed to say? When did you just read it? That's so strange. Yes, and also everything is like bananas and not set up how I want it to be. Of course. So we will fix all of this immediately. Yes, excellent. Hi, everybody. Hello from the road. I am on the road, on the proverbial road. I am currently in the middle of doing a motorcycle tour, right? And it snuck up on me really, really quick, and I just had no time to breathe whatsoever. I couldn't even get like the little mini roundup in. So I'm actually in Alabama. Bananas, right?
Missed last month. Happy to be here for this. Really need it. Sincerely. Thank you for doing this. It's something I can rely on consistently. We really appreciate it. Jokes aside.
That's very sweet of you to say. How do I sound? Do I sound okay? I'm actually using Colorado Biker's amazing DJI wireless microphone thing that's like ridiculously cool, and I like it a lot.
Missed last month. Happy to be here for this.
Why is that doing
Really
that again?
need it. Sincerely. Thank you for
no.
doing this. It's something I can rely on
no.
consistently. We really appreciate it. Jokes aside.
Why is that happening twice? Uh-oh. Sounds good. Yeah, I really, really like it. I'm like kind of trying to be a little bit quieter because, you know, I'm in a motel room. Chloe Lunar says, just had my wisdom teeth removed. Moved today and started a new career in insurance next week. Long time watcher since 2018. That's so sweet of you. Thank you very much. Hopefully your wisdom teeth heal quickly. You like where you're moving to, and your insurance gig turns out to be something that you enjoy and feel fruitful. Yeah, so I was like going through every day on the road, and I was beating myself up because I didn't get a chance to do the roundup, and I still really, really don't have time to do the roundup proper. But I do finally have a little bit of time. So I thought I would pop on here, probably like for 45 minutes or something, and just check in with everybody and say hi. We're gonna watch some silly. We'll probably just mostly watch Fittest Flat Earther because he's always easy for a laugh, right? And we'll have a good time. Michael Gable, good to see you, buddy. Really good to see you. I wish I was going a little bit further your direction. That would be cool. Have you ever thought about going on other people's shows on the left, like collabing with Kyle Kalinske or whoever? I don't think that I'm really relevant enough to get on anybody else's shows. It's an odd thing, okay? It's an odd thing. I've been thinking a lot about this while I've been on the road and kind of disconnected from things. Like seeing the current political landscape, especially things with RFK, makes me want to sit there and go like, well, I mean, I told you so. I fucking literally, I told everybody. I've been ringing that bell for a long time, but doesn't do anything. Doesn't help anything to do that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm open to anything really. I just don't know if I have a whole lot that I would really provide at this point. My catalog should kind of speak for itself. Yes, Colorado bikers have been making many Shivambu jokes while on the road. It doesn't help that like the Gatorade that we have is the yellow Gatorade. I mean, the jokes just write themselves. You know enough about the anti-vax movement to talk about it. That is one thing that I have considered is trying to do some form of outreach to explain like why some of these things are going on. Maybe in the future. But anyway, I could not, in good conscience, not at least show up, right? Not at least show up. We'll be able to have the roundup like we usually do next month, but I can't just not do it. I can't just not say hi to you guys. I can't just not perform the roundup because I love the roundup. It's a part of me, and we've been doing this for a long time. So, without further ado, let's watch some Wingnuts. Let's have a little bit of a laugh. It's a little micro roundup, but it's something, and it's ours. And so let's do it. Let's go. What do you got, Bubba?
I want to speculate on something for a minute. What if Kurt Cobain of Nirvana never really died? I wonder what he'd be doing right now. I wonder if he liked music so much that he would have just had to form another band. This is Nirvana, and well, that's the band Weezer. And boy, maybe it's just me, but if you change the eye color and the hair color and add some glasses, Kurt Cobain looks an awful lot like Rivers Cuomo of the...
Okay. I don't know if the math works out on this one, buddy. I don't know if the math actually works out. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. When did Weezer debut? Does anybody want to be my fact checker tonight and just like kind of quickly Google some of this stuff? Because I have a feeling that Weezer already existed before Kurt like exited the mortal plane. Rivers Cobain. Yeah, of course. Oh, you think he looks like Buddy Holly? That's true. Yeah, I don't think the math is going to math on this one. I don't think so. Also, somebody did comment that I was tan. there's a fine line with me between tan and burnt, and it's like that. Yeah. 1992. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the math works out.
Band Weezer. Maybe it's just me, though. He even kind of looks like him when he's smoking, and Rivers Cuomo is dressed as a woman smoking. There's a resemblance there. But I'm being ridiculous, right? I mean, Nirvana was this mega hit. Why would he ever want to leave them and go to like a more obscure band like Weezer? And why would he fake his death to do it? I mean, I literally know people that cried over him dying. They were depressed. They wore black for weeks. I mean, that would be a pretty messed up thing to do, to fake your own death and then...
Okay. Yeah. Kurt died in 1994. Weezer started in 1992. It's not working out. It's not working out. Share the stream to everyone of the Black Dragon will die. You know, I haven't heard from the Great Black Dragon in a while. I don't know.
Just join another band and go about your business making millions of dollars still, and you know, the trauma that caused millions and millions of youth. It's a shame. It's really a shame. And if it were to ever happen, I speculated, I wish there was some sort of proof. But
Can you imagine living a life where in your free time you don't do things like, I don't know, play video games or read books or like express art in some way or just fucking watch TV. But instead you sit there and like zoom in on the pixels of pictures of celebrities obsessively mapping out where their freckles are, all of their like beauty spots and shit, just so you could prove your crazy fucking theories. I do not
Just found out I'm pregnant for the first time. Watching the
Hey.
roundup always helps ease the fear and lifts me up. Appreciate you, heart.
Aw, I appreciate you too, and congratulations. That's wonderful. Well, congratulations to you, new mama. That's awesome. Claire doesn't believe in anything assistive for the... Yeah. No,
but I don't know. I'm sure I can't find it.
Just found out I'm pregnant for the first time.
Why
Watching
is
the
it doing
roundup
that?
always helps
Why is
ease
it
the
playing
fear
it
and lifts
twice?
me.
I don't get why I'm muting it right now because I just don't want it to do it again. That's so strange. That's so funny. Yeah, all right.
And if I were to find it, I'm sure I wouldn't find it in multiple places pretty easily when you got these to see.
Did you know that both Rivers Cuomo and Kurt Cobain have facial hair? This isn't real Pepsi. This is the drink of lies. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's pretty easy to see. But again, why would they do this? I mean, they were successful. Is it just to mess with people's minds and confuse them so they don't know what in the world is going on? But if they ever actually did pull this off, I know the way they operate. They would tell us right in plain sight because it's some sort of sick thing where they're not impacting your free will if they just tell you about it.
Why didn't you wear the glasses? Yeah, it's amazing. Like, this is kind of like the Rivers Cuomo from the guy from Weezer look, right?
Yeah. Rivers Cuomo says he ditched that signature look, at least in those early days, in part because of this Nirvana video.
Okay. I'm kind of picking up on it. I'm still not on board with this. I still don't, obviously I don't think any of this is legit or real, but it is pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I don't know why that keeps doing it twice. That's so funny. Mousy Pondu, finally marrying soulmate at Wacken Open Air here in Germany in 1.5 to 2 years. If we got your tickets, would you officiate? Great to see you. I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be great. You miss Jimmy Payne? I mean, we could always watch some Jimmy Payne. We can do whatever we want. There are no rules. I have my own hotel room, and the only one that's allowed into my hotel room with me is you. We can do whatever we want.
Kurt Cobain had these glasses on, and I remember seeing it and thinking, like, that is so amazing and so cool and so funny and so messed up.
And I know what you might be saying right now. No, Kurt Cobain's not alive. Dave Grohl killed him to get ahead so he could become the lead singer of the Foo Fighters. And if that's not even true, well, Dave Grohl would know about this, right? Well, what if Dave Grohl just decided to join in the Weezer fun with Kurt? Kurt, Rivers, Dave, Scott Shiner. Scott Shiner, Dave Grohl.
No, listen. That's not going to work. Unless they can magically shift the direction of their eyes whenever they want to, that doesn't work. Or the size of their nostrils. Like, this is not compelling at all. This is ridiculous.
Have you ever considered releasing a DVD of your Wingnut roundups? I go through the old ones every once in a while, and I'd like a way to get a physical copy and give you some cash.
That's not a bad idea, actually. That's kind of a cool idea. What an interesting idea. I don't know what the legality of it would be because like I'm showing other people's content and it is transformative, and because it's the internet, you can kind of get away with that. I don't know if you could do that with physical medium. But what an interesting concept. That would be fun. I'll have to look into that, actually. That's cute. I like that. That's cute. And thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. Very generous.
Dave Grohl, Scott Shiner. I mean, it's pretty hard to hide the just ginormous nostril that Dave Grohl has. And you can conceal it a little, but come on. And I don't think this was just two of them.
What's with Val Kilmer? Or is that not Val Kilmer? Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Joined the band. I think the whole band is playing the whole band because this is another one of the members, and well,
it's Chris Novoselic.
Looks pretty clear to me. But obviously, this entire thing was just entertainment, people. I know that these people are definitely not the same people, and those birthmarks I found, I just painted them in. They didn't really exist. Entertainment only. Oh, and if I didn't make it abundantly clear, why do they do this? To mess with your minds, to control your minds, to have you have a false sense of reality, to create a matrix around you that you can't break out of.
Okay, hang on. Let's break this down, though, because I find this terribly fascinating. And because he says that shit all the time. Say that's true, right? It's not. Say it's true. If you don't know that secretly Rivers Cuomo and Kurt Cobain are the same person, how does that mess with you? You just accept it. Like, how would that mess with you? You just be like, yeah, Rivers Cuomo is Rivers Cuomo and Kurt Cobain is Kurt Cobain. Like, because that's what everybody thinks. How are you being messed with? The only person who's getting messed with right now is that guy because it's freaking him out. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Nope. So I want to see if I can find. There was this brilliant video that I wanted us to enjoy here. Yeah. Okay. I'm so confused by this. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Not having my whole Wingnut Roundup streaming setup is very difficult, but all right, here we go.
Yes, Rob, we're going to form a ritual to paralyze the minds of all of my enemies using the ancient Greek god Hypnos.
Hypnos. Okay.
Hypnos controls the mind of people. The mind is what Hypnos controls. I want to do this now. Hermes, the ancient Greek god of travelers, athletes, and thieves, messenger to the gods. He who controls all borders. Thin the border now. Thin the border that separates this and the land of Hypnos, ancient Greek god. Thin the border.
Okay, I was getting kind of confused. I'm like, why is he talking to Apollo when he wants to summon Hypnos? Hypnos. I don't. But now I get it, because like whenever he does his magic, I don't know if you guys remember the voodoo balloonology or the Satanism balloonology. He first has to like pledge to some other deity to open up the gate so that he can then talk to the deity. Okay, I'm getting it.
Border, thin it. Hermes thins the border, he thins it more.
Oh,
he
Hermes,
thins it until it is barely there at all. Hypnos.
Gotta bounce 'cause I gotta be up in 5 hours. Wish I could
buddy.
ride up there this time, but hopefully
No.
we'll catch you next tour. Stay safe out there. Love you,
That'd be great.
bro.
I love you too, buddy. I love you too, bro. I thank you. Very, very generous. And I wish I could have figured out some way to get down that direction. Is he playing again?
Gotta bounce 'cause.
Okay. All right, I muted it. Oh, but you know who I did see, actually, who I did get a chance to see while I've been on tour. I got to go and hang out and have dinner with Monty from Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show. And I got to hang out with him and one of his kids and his lady, and it was fantastic. And we made no content about it. We didn't even take pictures. We just hung out like real people in the real world, and it was wonderful. It was just great. Monty is, by the way, doing very, very good. So, yeah. Does Hermes know about the bubbly bone men? I hope so. I would assume so.
Lord of great power. Ancient Greek god of the mind. I ask that you come through the border and be here.
You got a text message, Joe.
With me. Hypnos comes through the border and is here with me. Hypnos. Paralyze the mind of the enemies of S. Rob. Paralyze their minds. Fuzz them. Make it so they cannot perceive me or do me harm. So they can do nothing. So they are paralyzed for life. And this is what I ask of you. Hypnos agrees to help them depart back through the border.
I am Cornholio.
Hermes, thicken the border, thicken it more. Thicken it until it is solid once more. Hermes thickens the border. He thickens it more. He thickens it and it is solid once more. So it is and will be.
Is that what we do? Is that what Hypnos. Yeah. He's playing God Pokemon. Indeed. So fun stuff. While I was trying to like get everything set up, I got all my assets that I need for the Wingnut Roundup. I'm borrowing this really good microphone, which, by the way, I need to buy one of these. They are pricey though. This is what it comes in, there's a control unit and then 2 lavalier mics. This thing's awesome. This mic system is awesome, but it's like $400. So I better not break it. I haven't caught a live in over a year. Happy day. Hi, Jeff and crew. Hi, literal cat. Yeah, I'm streaming from the road. Aw. Andy PDX says, good to see you, Jeff. Thank you very much, Andy PDX. Appreciate you. It thickens and it is solid once more. Indeed. Got Weezer stuck in your head now. I do apologize for that. I was going over to look at Super Soldier Talk. They're live right now. I need to know. I need to know what they're talking about right now. Let's find
help
out.
from a former congressman that actually had a law firm there. And previous to him being a congressman, he had a law firm, and now that he's not a congressman anymore, he still had a law firm. And I went to him and tried to get help reporting that there was an explosive device in my home, and I was able to find it was in my tanning bed and in every camper that I had. And then they arrested me, but they dropped the charges because they knew that they couldn't.
Because you put a bomb in your tanning bed. Why would you put a bomb in your tanning bed? What's happening right now?
Make them stick because I had too much evidence that I was trying to get an investigation. Never received an investigation, and the lawyer that I went to, and about probably like 6 months later, he became the president of the NRA. So I thought that was interesting.
Wow. So they were trying to call you crazy. Did they try to put you in the psych ward?
Yes, that's what they wanted me to do when I was trying. I wanted to get them when I went before the court case.
Okay. All right. I'm good. I don't. I really do have to like preview some of this stuff because I don't want to like start cracking jokes and find out that like somebody's mentally ill or something and I'm just mercilessly making fun of them. I would feel like such an asshole. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. But somebody did say Jimmy Payne. And oh, what is this? This is only like a 6-minute stream with Jimmy Payne. What is this? Okay, here, let's check it out.
Again, to let the audience know, we're sorry about earlier. I tried a different format with the footage for the Harry and the Hendersons movie. However, I think it was maybe a little bit too much, even though it was the same length of time of each clip. But because it was all packed together, I think was not a good idea. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create a link onto a Rumble, and you can watch the full version over there. So again, I'm James Rink, and Jessica Jones, the Cryptid Huntress, is there. I'm going to be sharing today, as well as Jimmy Payne, and he was there with the storyline, and it took place, Jimmy, and he said 1976, correct? The actual story?
No, it took part in 1972, the later part of 1972, and then the spring of 1973 is when the movie part was.
No, James. No, you son of a bitch, James. No. Actually, it took place in this here, you dumb motherfucker. No.
Was put in where we rescued the Bigfoot.
Great, thank you. So we went through scene by scene to explain which was real, which was fictional or unsure. So again, we're sorry about that. It wasn't any kind of April Fool's joke, but it is what it is. Jessica, you want to say anything?
Oh, yeah. No, it's been a great show. We had a good time, and we did get to finish up recording after it did get taken down from YouTube. And so you guys, please go check that out over on Rumble as soon as James gets that up. It was a fantastic show, and I always learned so much from both of y'all. Jimmy, you are a treasure.
Same.
It's really fun talking to you. And this was right up my alley tonight. So I'm super excited that you guys included me tonight in this conversation.
Well, I enjoyed, working with you, Jessica, and I like to do another show with you. Me and James have so many more to do. I'm not sure what James wants to do next. I like to do a show on Soldier, what it was really like being a Montauk boy. Because we have a lot of Montauk boys that listen to us. And I tell you, I have another show that it might interest you. It's called Predator Gray. And we're talking about a female that killed a predator.
Wow.
A
I just did a
female.
show. I just did a show on invisible predator entities on Saturday night. We've been getting reports of them out of California.
I want to, like, okay, I hear all the time that Jimmy Payne does other appearances, but I don't know where. Only place I can ever find him is on Super Soldier Talk, and I would love to find more. I I would listen. I would listen to Jimmy Payne's like weekly podcast easily. Predator grade, indeed. What's a montage boy? A boy that loves montages. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Hank Hill plus Captain Kirk equals Jimmy Payne. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Jessica's expressions when she's on with Jimmy Payne are wonderful. She is such a nice person. And yeah, I love it. How is Jimmy Payne's delusions and or grift more entertaining than most of New Trek? Almost anything is more entertaining than New Trek. I hate to be a hater. No, I don't. I love to be a hater. Yeah. Okay, so this is just them. Okay, basically what this was is they were supposed to be doing. They did a show about Harry and the Hendersons, but it got taken down for copyright. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Where is this? Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Just making sure like I know what I have going on here. There was another Jimmy Payne, but I'm actually having trouble finding it. Because I know he did like The Wrath of Khan. We could watch the Harry and the Hendersons one, but unfortunately, if they got taken down for copyright, we'll get taken down for copyright too. That's just kind of how that works. You know what I mean? Strange New Worlds is amazing. Strange New Worlds is pretty good. It's pretty good. But I really think it's only so good because everything else is so bad. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay. Here we go. Let's do another
All
one of
right.
these guys.
By now, we're all blue in the face seeing the nonsense with Katy Perry and her space trip, and even her little patch here that has Baphomet on it if you just flip it upside down. And if you don't know who Baphomet is, that's probably a good thing. You don't want to know who Baphomet is, but it's someone that people like Katy Perry worship. And believe me, it was intentional. She even made sure to hit
She's not that cool. Thank you very much. She's not that cool.
the exact same Baphomet hand pose as she came down the stairs. But I want to talk about something that no one seems to be talking about, and it's the why. What's going on here? This is clearly fake intentionally, but why?
Why?
I think I know. You see, what these people like to do is test out their technology on us, and they do it in a specific way, and I'll tell you what that is. This is a SpaceX rocket right from a landing of theirs. This is their footage, and it's clearly a hologram. I've shown this in
I love the like double pointing in it. No notes.
many different videos. They're not real rockets landing perfectly upright. They're holograms, and they're testing it out to see if we will buy into it. And I still think that's what they're doing here.
Oh, Jeff, did you ever see V, the series from the 70s? So one of the first nightmares that I can actually remember, I was a little boy, and it wasn't the original. I think it was the remake or something. I'm not sure. But maybe it was, I can't remember. I'm sorry. But there was a scene in V, and like somebody got like clawed at, and under their skin was like reptilian flesh. And it scared me so bad as a little kid. It gave me my first nightmare. It probably wasn't my actual first nightmare, but the first one that I actually am able to remember. It freaked me out. Guess, yeah, I know it's late. It's really good to be seen. I've been going through a really hard time lately, and I'm really glad I got a chance to actually like pop on and hang out with you guys a little bit, even though I'm like on the road. I'm in Alabama, of all states. I'm in Alabama, which actually I always have a good time when I'm in Alabama. I don't do much. I just stay at my hotel and like maybe go to a restaurant. But everybody in this state's always really nice to me anywhere I go. Yeah. Is this roundup prep? No, unfortunately, Ames, this is all we get for the roundup this month. I was supposed to, and it was my responsibility, and I do apologize. It was my responsibility to try and make at least a small roundup before I got on the plane to start my tour. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was really stressed out, and I was really crunched for time. I couldn't pull it off. So it's my bad. But at least we're doing something, right? Anyway.
What I'm not sure of is just what technology they're testing out on us. Personally, I don't even think these people around this spacecraft are real. Watch this guy trip and then kind of glitch out here, and it's almost like frame skip. Watch, he trips, and then I'll show you a closer view here. Watch him trip and kind of glitch out, and something's not right here. Are they testing this? Or maybe they're testing this. I think these are literally fake windows. And kind of like on Halloween when you see the windows and there's holograms in it, I don't think they're real people in there. I think that's holographic technology that they're...
Why? Why? Why would they do that? Why not just put people in the fake capsule? I mean, it'd be cheaper? Wouldn't it be easier? Why would you need to make holograms? What is the purpose of doing that? Couldn't you just CGI the whole thing? Okay, all right. You know what? It's not that important. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Probably testing out on us to see if we see through the fakeness. You know, kind of like these things, where you literally just put like a projector in the background. Or honestly, maybe the entire interview process with all those astronauts is completely fake. Maybe those aren't even them. Maybe those are literal holograms like they have here. The technology with holograms that they have right now would blow your mind if you actually knew it. And this is part of what they do. They make sure some things look really fake, so the real things that they want to test out on you, you don't notice. Kind of like how there's literally a dummy hand in there. They're testing us. They're seeing what we will buy into. They're seeing how dumb is the current level of the public.
Is it a dummy hand because it's not moving? You know that's a picture, right? You know pictures don't move. Never mind.
Will they buy anything we shovel in front of them? Or are people starting to wake up to our lies a little, and we need to actually get a little better instead of doing things like...
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. We'd have way better CGI if it was fake.
That's what I mean. They are testing out how dumb you are. It's always a test with them. They're always testing where we're at. And look, if you follow me...
At least he doesn't like Elon Musk, right? It could be worse.
Then you're pretty awake, because no one's following me that is dead asleep. But do your part. Have conversations. Show people nonsense like this. Make sure they know how much they're being lied to. That's what I do.
How to lose friends and never influence people. Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm trying to do my part to help wake people up, because when I figured out I had been lied to my whole life, it pissed me off. But not only that, I wanted others that I know and love and care about to also know that they had been lied to their whole life, because then you take your power back, you lose your fear, because once you realize you're a spiritual being having an experience here and there's nothing to fear but fear itself, and that's what they want. They want you fearful so they can control you. And that's what they did to me my whole life. I thought I was living a free life, but you know what? I had fear, and I didn't believe in God. And now I have no fear, and I know God created this realm we live in, and, well, even if it's not to help people see God, help people wake up to all the lies.
Good job, bud. Good job. You did it. Good job. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Okay. Oh. No, okay. That's old, thankfully. I don't really want to watch a video called Adolf's Democrats. Let's not do that. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'll just show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Wild Bill for America. We have Atheist Fool's Day, The Children's War, We're Not Watching Dead Naming 101. Go fuck yourself, Bill. And then Easter with Trump. I'm thinking Atheist Fool Day or Easter with Trump. What are you guys thinking? Atheist Fool's Day or Easter? Guy believes that peer-reviewed means reviewed by friends who agree with me. There are a lot of people like that. A whole lot. It's really fascinating because on the tour, we go to a lot of national parks, and we also deal with a lot of people in like the tourism and hospitality industry, and they are impacted negatively by like the tariffs and that sort of thing. So a lot of people that you would otherwise meet and be like, I think maybe they might be of one political persuasion, and then they really surprise you. They really, really surprise you. Atheist Fool's Day it is. All right, let's do it. Let's do a little bit of Wild Bill.
Well, April 1st is here. Atheist Fool's Day. Men and women who deny the existence of God are the most foolish of all. And that is not from me. That comes from the highest authority in all of time and space. The Bible tells us in Psalm 14:1, the fool says in his heart, there is no God. Atheists, the people who are deliberately marching themselves into eternal hellfire while proclaiming how intelligent they are. Many of them are so busy looking down their noses at all the stupid Christians, they cannot see that the road they're on ends in eternal damnation.
Prove it. Just prove it. I mean, like, I don't really care if somebody is religious. It doesn't matter to me whatsoever. I don't care if you're religious. I don't care what you believe or whatever, or don't believe. It always comes down to that basic concept. The 11th commandment, keep thy religion to thyself. You can believe I'm going to hell, but the moment that you speak up and tell me I'm going to hell, well, now you're just being an asshole. Like, and you have to prove it. You have to prove it. You know, you just have to prove it. I mean, I'm not even really an atheist. I would have to give a shit to be an atheist.
I just had a bit of a battle with a woman I have known for years. She was outraged that I said the Founding Fathers' intent for First Amendment freedom of religion was for Christianity.
So, the amendment that we shall not infringe upon religion, but also have no state religion, was for Christian. Okay. Can we get a trans rights for all the trans people in the UK who can't use public restrooms now? Trans rights, absolutely. All day, every day. Trans rights, 100%. 100%. And hey, look, I know stuff is really bad right now, but we can take a little bit of joy because our Canadian friends are doing a lot better now than they were. So congratulations to Canada. And maybe that means that there's hope for all of us. Maybe. Yeah. But yes, trans rights all the way. All day, every day.
My old friend has been spitefully hateful towards Christians for as long as I've known her. She claims to be conservative and even hosts a conservative podcast. But even though she claims to be pro-American, conservative, she openly pushes the homosexual agendas, even in elementary schools. That is why
I love me a good global homo agenda.
Distanced myself from her a long time ago. But this week, when I said that the USA was founded as a Christian nation, she showed up on my Facebook, ready to fight. Several times over the years, I have told her the gospel message.
Well, now hang on there, Bill. You're a retired police officer, so I'm sure you fighting women is something that's pretty comes pretty naturally to you, right? 40%.
And warned her that her denial of Christ and pushing homosexuality puts her squarely on the road to hell. She rejects that, saying that even though she is not Christian in any way, she is, quote, one with God. And she's not going to hell because she doesn't believe in hell. Well, she will when she gets there. She is 1,000% convinced that she can't possibly be wrong. It's clear to me that the only God she honors is herself. And that, in my occasionally humble opinion, puts her squarely in the atheist camp, and she doesn't even know it. So I left her with one final script.
I bet she's broken up inside and absolutely torn apart by the fact that she doesn't have your approval, Bill. I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure.
For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing. If people refuse to listen to the message of salvation, make sure they know the eternal consequences of their disbelief.
Hey.
Does anyone know what Mr. Jimmy Payne looks like? Also, hi Jeff. Have $10.
Thank you so much. Very, very sweet of you. To my knowledge, nobody has ever seen Jimmy Payne. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know if anybody knows what he looks like. I like to picture Jimmy Payne in a few different ways. One, he is a semi-sentient wad of chewing gum and discarded candy that lives in a jar. Another is that he's a creepy Children of the Corn style little kid that like Benjamin Button de-ages because of all the Montauk experiments. And it doesn't really matter because he's actually hundreds of years old because of the time travel. Or he's a really lonely old guy with a beard in a shack. Could be anything, really. Jimmy Payne looks like Ernest. That would be great.
And you will have done your duty. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching. And America bless God again.
Why does God need our blessings? He's God. Oh, Bill looks sleepy. Well, take a nap, Bill. Have you ever seen Jeff and Jimmy in the same room? No, Jeff is Jimmy Payne confirmed. Now, that's just fake news, okay? I don't like to talk about that. I'd rather talk about Spork's cousin and how Vulcans love anal sex. Okay, so I'm also in a different time zone, which means it is 9:30, so I cannot hang out much longer. I really can't. But again, like, you know, I'm glad that I had a chance to come on, and we have another video. We're gonna do one more video. My God, I thought that was actually Jimmy. Oh, I should have did it like this, right? You ever, can anyone find me my night vision goggles? Yeah. No, James. No. No. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, you know, it's my fault that we didn't get a chance to have a proper roundup or even like a mini roundup. But, you know, I did everything I could and threw everything together so I could at least come on and hang out with you guys a little bit before the end of the month. And I'll be home on the 5th. I still have a long ways to go on this tour. But then I'll be back and I'll be able to do some more stuff. Did he actually say Vulcans are about stuff? No, but he talked about the sex lives of Vulcans quite a lot. Quite a lot. Anyway, let's get to our last video. Here we go. And boom.
I had a wonderful urotherapy class today, and what never ceases to amaze me is the ingenuity and the creative spirit of the students and the brothers and sisters in this incredible worldwide community, or Ohana. I learned a new protocol today that I was unaware of, though I kind of heard about it, but it was demonstrated by one of my students down in Mexico. And so there are several things that I would ask you to include, you're invited to include in your protocols, equipment, accessories, etc.
I have to tell you, one of the reasons why I love the piss drinkers so much is, as opposed to other wingnuts, they're not lazy. They are not lazy at all. There are so many wingnuts out there, and they just say shit. And they'll like tell you to do things, but they won't do them themselves, you know? But the piss drinkers, man, they are true believers. They live, breathe, eat, drink, wash, rinse, enema, piss, everything piss. And they're always thinking of new shit, man. Yeah, you gotta give it to them.
One, for you guys that are just now starting out on drinking through the nose, sniffing through the nose. Excuse me, I just came back from the ocean. Right there. I just was swimming, breathing, and floating in the ocean. So I still got sand all over my hair is the way it is. So one of the things that you'll want to keep handy with you when you're ready to just get started, if you're just new to having urine go up your nose, so you can hydrate the 5 sinus cavities, or
Okay, if anybody's ever had a sinus infection, it's one thing for somebody to just be drinking pee through their nose, but to like fill their sinuses, the hollow parts of their skull with pee pee. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh boy.
the reason we take it up the nose. Anybody want to venture a guess? And so that it will cross the blood-brain barrier and decalcify the you-know-what. Your third.
You just, listen, you need to get the piss directly into your brain, okay? That's really the ultimate goal here. Drinking piss, broke. Fucking snorting piss, bespoke. But true woke, or is it woke and then bespoke? Woke is snorting piss. Bespoke is just getting the piss directly into your mind. I'm not going to be satisfied until I see a piss drinker literally do some trepanation on themselves so they can squirt piss directly into their brain.
Third eye point, pineal gland, the one that looks like a pine cone.
Yeah,
So
sure.
there's several ways you can do it, and the neti pot is not going to get the job done.
Right.
So you're either going to pour some in your hand, collect some, pour some in your hand, and snort. All right? You can take whatever you can snort up your nose out of your hand. No matter what apparatus you're using, just remember, the whole idea is to not only get it where it's going to go higher into the brain region, but it's going to go behind the sinus regions, and then it's going to drip or swallow, go down the throat behind the mouth and not straight down the mouth. So you know that there's a passageway that connects behind the throat here versus the mouth. So there's a connection between the mouth and the back of the throat. So here's the devices that we studied in class, and I'm going to tell you about the new one that our water system.
Anyone that has ever had postnasal drip knows that, and that's literally 100% of the people on the planet. So thank you very much, wise brother sage.
Sistar from Mexico introduced to me today. One is the pump model, right? This holds about an ounce if you're lucky, 3/4 of an ounce. With the, you can see the little inside is the tube that allows you to pump it. So you just spray it up your nose, and as you're spraying, snort. Oh, that's lovely. And whatever drips out of you,
oh, that's lovely.
Don't waste it. Just put it somewhere. So get yourself one of these. Now these and all the other apparatuses, equipment, and devices that we teach about, or that I teach about, you can find it at ShivaLifestyle.com. That's Shiva.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is like real piss heads know to do like a piss speedball, and you just drop a little gram of the la cocaína inside of your piss squirt bottle and shake that shit up. Whoo boy, you'll decalcify your pineal gland and you'll decalcify your pineal gland. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Imagining applause right now. Thank you, thank you. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So, bam. Hi, I'm big. I'm big. And I'm here in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Alabama. And I've been on the road for over a week. And I have a little bit less than a week to go, about 6 days. So miss my home, I miss my family, I miss my wife, I miss my kid, I miss my dog, and I missed you guys. But I at least got a little bit of a chance to hang out with you guys, just a little bit, for a short little time. And sometimes that's all we can really hope for, to at least maintain when things are rough. And yeah. So I think that's going to be it for me tonight, guys. I do need to try and get some rest, some sleep. I'm going to be riding a motorcycle for hundreds of miles tomorrow. So I missed you too. I missed you too, guys, very, very, very much. I need a coffee enema. Oh, I might. But yeah, I will. I'll see you guys further down the road, and yeah, we'll be back. Hopefully, I'll have something in between this and the next Wingnut Roundup, but we'll see. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you. Have an amazing night. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
And you won't stop, and you don't stop, and you won't. I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is party and bullshit.